Shalom. Welcome back to B'nai Noach Academy, Thoughts on Life. Please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and most importantly, to share this insight and inspiration with friends and family. So there's this old adage that says, man plans, God laughs. In Yiddish, where this adage comes from, it actually rhymes. A Mensch tracht und Gott lacht, which literally translates, man thinks and God laughs. Of course, God doesn't laugh at us, but this is really to say that God has his plans. We can have all our plans, and we should have our plans. One should live with a plan, but at the same time, when things don't work out quietly according to our plan, we should know that it's God who's changing these plans. It's God who's calling the shots. A great example for this, or perhaps the source of this, is in Genesis, chapter 50, verse 19. You remember, the brothers of Joseph had sold him as a slave. They did something terrible to him. I mean, I don't think it can get worse than that. The suffering that he went through, 22 years of suffering. Yes, later it propelled him to greatness. Later it propelled him to be the one to save the entire civilization, to save his entire family, all his brothers and their children and so on. But the fact is, it was a very bad thing, and it was done out of malice. And yet, when they were embarrassed, he comforted them. Now, if you look in chapter 50, verse 19, in the book of Genesis, now after dad had passed away, Jacob, the patriarch of the family, is gone. And they were very concerned. And perhaps they even misread into certain behaviors of Joseph that gave him some kind of clue in their estimation that actually now is when his anger, when his feeling of retribution, when his vendetta is going to come out. And they sent a message to him. Please, don't be upset with us. Forgive our misdeeds. Forgive the past. And then they come and they fall before him and they say, please. And he says to them, he comforts them and he says, what are you afraid of? Don't fear anything. Am I the substitute for God? Besides, although you intended me harm, but it's God who intended it for good. In other words, what you did is your decision. That was your plan. But there was a greater plan here. And that's the plan of God. So as to bring about the present result, the survival of many people. And therefore he says to them, don't worry, I'll take care of you. Don't be upset. Continue your lives. Be happy. This is a very, very important message for all of us. This indeed is not just a story of the past, but as we know, the Torah is a story of the present and of the future. It tells us how to live our life. It tells us how to think, how to believe, what to believe in, and how to go about our life. You see, we need to make plans. We need to be responsible. However, when we see that for whatever reasons that are beyond us, our plans get foiled, they get changed, what do we do then? Typically, the reaction, the instinctive response of the human being is to get frustrated, to get angry, because we feel like we want to be in control. That's the message. We're not in control. We need to do our part. But ultimately, Hashem is the one who controls everything. God is the one who controls the future, our destiny, and what's going to happen. And at the end, not only does he control it, but as Joseph said, it's for the good. We may not see it at the time. It may take us a while, it may take some time to see it. But ultimately, those, quote, change of plans are for the good. So whenever something happens to you that changes your plan, that alters your plans, Of course, you're a human being. The initial reaction will be frustration. But try to very quickly remind yourself, this must be from God. This must be from above. And if it's from above, it's from God, then there must be a good reason in it. I don't see it now. It may seem so distant from me. I cannot see the good that's in it, but it certainly is there. This is part of a master plan. And therefore, be positive. Be optimistic and try to lower the frustration.